Hey guys, well, as you can see, and as the context may have hinted, my Mustang is no longer here. That's right, I got rid of my 2017 Ford Mustang GT S550. I'm not gonna lie and say it was a hard decision to make. I really wasn't enjoying the ownership of it, and I don't think it inherently had anything to do with the platform itself, but I just wanted to get out of it for a variety of reasons. So I did just that, and I made a little bit of a profit. In addition, I will also be trading in my '01 Jeep Wrangler TJ. That's right, folks. Old Reliable will be finally going out to pasture. So you're probably saying, why would you get rid of that GT that you've only had for 2 years? It's only been 2 years. You've been pining about owning a GT since you had your EcoBoost. Well, there's a few reasons. So without diving too far into it, if you watch some of my old videos, you may recall that that GT had been in an accident, and I wasn't aware. So I looked at the Carfax. It was clean, but again, you can only take those with a grain of salt. Like, that doesn't mean anything. There's still a strong chance that the car could have been in an accident, and maybe the seller just, handled it outside the insurance company, so it was never reported. So you can't always just go by a Carfax. I know that. The other approach I did was I looked at the panels to see if there was any like uneven panels, or it looked like they weren't sitting right. Didn't see any of that. There was no strange discrepancies in the quality of the paint on the panels. There was no odd colored paint shades or anything like that. So I just said, okay. And then when I brought it to the auto body shop, they had it up on the lift and showed me that there was overspray on the bottom of the car, which I could not see because I don't have a full-fledged lift in my garage. I have jack stands, and that's really it. So it had been in an accident, and it wasn't a bad one, but according to the auto body shop that I brought it to look at it, but they said they used a borescope and they found bad pinch welds in there, and they said whoever did the weld repair did a crap job, and that's what's making the creaking noise. So I tried to utilize cost-effective means to try and quiet this, just short of paying a large sum of money to have them pull the whole front end apart and redo these welds. And, basically I couldn't fix the issue. So I said, you know what, if I can get out of this loan without being upside down, and in this case, quite the contrary, I was actually able to utilize positive equity to make a little bit of money, or at least a little bit of money back, I should say. I'm going to do it. So that's what I did. I sold it to Vroom because they offered me the most, and it was very quick and painless. They literally asked me for some information. I signed a few contracts, and within 72 hours, they came and picked it up. I pulled all the modifications off of it and whatnot, and it's gone. Not my problem anymore. So lesson learned. Moving forward, if I purchase a used car. And just the second reason was I was using it for commuting, and it wasn't a bad commuter car inherently, but it wasn't, you didn't get to enjoy it the way you should enjoy a GT, because I don't really utilize highways to get to work. I work 2 miles down the road. Most everything I need around this area is within a 2-mile radius. It's very, I guess you'd call it urban centric. It's a suburb, but everything is very nearby and well mapped out as far as urban planning goes. So I wasn't really getting to get on the throttle and floor it and really hear all those ponies roar in the motor. And I just kind of asked myself, what am I really paying for with this? I don't get to enjoy this car the way I should. And again, lesson learned. But that was the other reason why I decided to sell it. I was like, I don't really get to enjoy it the way that I should be. And just keep that in mind for the future. But that's basically it. I sold it. I don't regret it. It wasn't a hard decision to make. However, with my TJ back there, that's going to be a little bit harder of a pill to swallow when I go to trade it in, because I've had that thing for 6 years, almost 7 at this point. It will be 7 come January. But I have no need for 2 Jeeps, and I literally just start that thing up just to get the battery running and drive it around the block, and that's it. So I can't really justify keeping it. I own it, so it's just straight up positive equity, whatever I get out of it, as far as selling it or trading it in goes. So I'm going to utilize that, and I'm not going to tell you guys what vehicle I'm looking at getting, or actually, the contract's already signed. I already purchased it, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. But what I will tell you is it's not a Mustang, and it is not a Ford. Nothing wrong with that, but this time I'm going a different route. So in the next video, you will probably see what it is. And again, you're probably going to say, Brian, what the hell? You went from like one extreme to the other. But I digress. So if I don't see you, I hope you have a happy new year, and I hope you had a good holiday, and I will catch you then. Take care.